Hey guys! If you didn't know already, Summerslam is happening this Sunday, so like I do with all of the 4 biggest pay-per-views of the year, I'm doing what I want to happen versus what I think will happen. There's no point wasting time, so let's start. The first match that I'm going to predict is the one they always announce about an hour before the show. Obviously, I don't know who it's going to be, so I'll just say that the face is going to win over the heel, as that's the case most of the time. Going straight into the next one, for the Raw Tag Team titles, it's the Street Profits, Montez Ford and Angelo Dawkins, versus Andrade and Angel Garza. The storyline for this is absolutely stupid in my opinion. How is Montez fighting just 3 weeks after being poisoned? Also, it was so easy to predict who did it. Here is what I want to happen and what I think will happen.
Tag team match, one competitor is in the ring against an opponent, and their teammate. He's trying again. Splash! The champ will stay champ. Montez Ford. It went like that. Says
Moving on to the third match, we have Mandy Rose versus Sonya Deville. This has been done very well and it's easy to get invested in this one. It really feels like they hate one another, but just like before, this is both what I want and what I think.
Get that instant replay ready.
Your whole body hurts after a move like that.
And Mandy Rose picks up the win.
The fourth match is going to be a debuting Dominik Mysterio going against the Monday Night Messiah, Seth Rollins, in a street fight. I think that Seth has lost too much this year so far, but like I've said, this is Dominik's debut match and I think he'll be booked strong because of his father. Bray is in his corner. I don't know how that'll work, but okay. This makes me think that Dominik could possibly turn on him. This isn't too predictable, but this is what I think.
Rollins with the wrist trapped. Seth Rollins wins. Seth Rollins wins.
Now I'll talk about Apollo Crews versus MVP. This is probably the easiest to predict of the night. Apollo has proven himself against Montel. Bobby and Shelton are banned from ringside, and I could imagine MVP wants to put him over, as his in-ring career was supposed to be finished and he's been in it for a lot longer. I think this is to build up Apollo into a far bigger star. On the other hand, Cedric Alexander could turn heel, join the Hurt Business and help MVP win. After all, he's not banned from ringside. Also, think back to this week on Raw. Cedric didn't seem all too happy about not being picked for the 6-man tag match. Here's what I think the result will be, and what I want.
Apollo Crews has him up.
The champ's eyes look glazed over. Was able to pull it off one more time. He's done it.
It's now time for the monster among men, Braun Strowman, to take on the Fiend, Bray Wyatt, for the Universal title. This feud goes all the way back to what I think is the 2016 draft, where Strowman left Wyatt. I love how Strowman is aware of the Fiend changing people but doesn't know that it's happened to him. Bray is just too good at crafting such storylines. The whole thing with Alexa Bliss got the whole wrestling community talking. SmackDown this week brought back the Strowman everyone prefers, and it all makes sense. They're both being booked strong. With Strowman surviving being drowned and the Fiend only being able to be defeated by Saudi Arabia and referee stoppage was still not over that WWE. Anyway, I'll quit rambling and give what I want and what I think.
And Wyatt just put all the doubters to...
Going into one of the last 3 matches, we have Bayley versus Asuka for the SmackDown Women's Championship. This will be Asuka's first match of 2. To be honest, Bayley hasn't been looking too strong lately. She lost to Asuka on Raw and lost to Naomi on SmackDown. This has made the outcome easier to predict.
Is in. Crossface chicken wing is in. Her opponent trying to hang on, but the Empress will tear your shoulder apart. And with that,
going straight into her next match, we have Sasha Banks vs Asuka for the Raw Women's Championship. This makes more sense than the match for the SmackDown title because there's more of a story, with Sasha never beating her clean, whereas Asuka just won a number one contenders match for a shot at fighting Bayley again. But I see why all three of them are on both shows. In my opinion, they absolutely carried the no crowd era. They stood out more than everyone else. Anyway, here's what I think.
shoulder apart. And Sasha Banks can look all the naysayers in the eye and hold the title above all their...
It is now time for what I think will be the main event. It's Drew McIntyre vs Randy Orton for the WWE Championship. These are the top of the top when it comes to faces and heels on Raw. Drew McIntyre has had the best year of his career. His character is mostly about how he came from the three-man band to the face of the company, and Randy Orton is at the best he's been in years. He's the legend killer. He's punted Ric Flair, Edge, Christian, and even The Big Show. He even got the Bumpy Award for Best Match of the Half Year. I do believe that it should have been the Rumble, but that's besides the point. Both of these superstars are great, and even if it's not the main event, it will probably be the match of the night. It's either that or Asuka vs Sasha. Honestly, I'll be happy with any of them winning. If Randy loses, it's fine. Drew has taken out Brock Lesnar and Bobby Lashley this year already, just to name a couple. It hasn't ruined any of their momentum. This would be the same for Randy. If Drew loses, this allows them to carry on the storyline so Drew can reclaim what he's lost. The tagline of the show is literally for this match, "You'll never see it coming." This, of course, is referring to the RKO. Here is what I want, then what I think.
Looking to end this.
Now that is why they're the champ.
Shoulders down, championship on the line.
1, 2, 3.
Come on, nowhere. The champ's eyes look glazed over.
Momentum is fully in the corner. Randy Orton has shut down all uncertainty.
Wow, you've made it to the end of the video. Make sure to like the video if you liked it, and subscribe to know when I post another video or to watch me live if I'm streaming. I'll leave the background gameplay if you want to see the outcome of the Iron Man match between me and K9 Globe. He's playing by a computer on the hardest difficulty. Have a good day. Maybe you could even comment if you disagree with anything. Also, I'd like to know how to change the narrator's voice. Can't figure it out. One last note. I really hope that we get live reactions from the virtual crowd. It does feel weird at the minute, but I'm sure I'll get used to it. Also, this has got to be the shortest SummerSlam in years. 9 matches. I guess we'll have to see. See you.
Too quick to catch him there. Crossbody.
Got the leg hooked. It's all over but the counting.
Shoulders down.
1, 2. And he picks up a fall early in the match.
Great reflexes. swinging.
The king of swing.
He might go all night.
Uh-oh.
I had a feeling this might happen.
Will it be? He's a long way from a 3 count, I can tell you that.
Not yet. Too early. Stomping down. Side Russian leg sweep.
Oh, perfect form. Looking to end this.
Running power slam. Is this what he needs for the win?
What a slam, Michael. He's got some more fight in him, guys.
You know, these guys are giving it absolutely everything they've got. More punishment to the core. That'll leave you doubled over in pain.